How's morale? How are you? And just since the last, close out spring training strong, just, how you holding up?
I feel good. I'm looking forward to getting going. Pleased with how the last one went in spring training, so looking to build off of it and get rolling.
The way you ended spring training, scoreless, 3 strikeouts, you kind of wish, oh man, I wish I had a couple more starts down in South Florida.
Yeah, I think for a little while there was a little erratic, and then I kind of cleaned it up there at the end. So, honestly, going to Florida and getting ramped up, and the beach is there, it's all fun and everything. But I like getting going. Even during the year, you make more progress and everything because you're fully built up, ready to go. So I was glad to get out of there.
What have you taken from your experience with the Braves to learn from, improve from, to get back?
I think it's as simple as you get guys out, you're going to be in the big leagues. We got to win. We got the team to, sky's the limit. So if you get guys out, you're going to be where you need to be.
What can you do to get back to kind of that consistency that you had a couple years ago, the All-Star season? What did you have working then that maybe you haven't had working last little while?
I think kind of you hit on it. There's the consistency of it. I think even last year, I would have a couple good ones down here and then a couple bad ones down here, and I had a handful of good ones up there and a handful of bad ones up there. So, I think more than anything, it's just the consistency of it. If I knew the answer as of now, I probably wouldn't be here. But I think that's something you battle through, and I like the direction things are going. Though I feel happy to be back out on the dirt, much more than sometimes in the past. So I'm looking forward to it.
What have you been kind of working on? Is there anything that you can kind of do, like kind of trial and error to try and find some of that consistency?
Yeah, I think last year I kind of tried to change some things or adjust some things that I don't think I really needed to adjust. You get sit down last year, and I think I got to do more than I need to do instead of just do what I've always done that gets guys out. And it may not look the fanciest or the prettiest, but if they're walking back to the dugout, that's a win for me, and go the next guy. So kind of getting back to that mindset and just kind of rolling along.
What was it like seeing Jesse Chavez again?
It was nice. We flew back up here yesterday together, so it was good seeing him, and he's always good to have around, whether it's up there. Down here it's going to be great. I know he probably wish he was up there like the rest of us, but just having kind of that presence around, and he's seen it all literally, and so it's nice to have him around.
He says, obviously baseball, when you've been doing it for 23 years, it's in his DNA, and managerial coach could be in his future endeavors. Do you see that in him as a successful manager or a teacher in this game?
I think so, especially on the pitching side, especially like this level. A lot of us have been to the big leagues and are here, and even if one of the guys hadn't been in the big leagues, they're successful baseball players in the grand scheme of things. And so guys, when they have an understanding of what they're doing, like guys do here, kind of him helping them refine what they know is going to be really helpful. So obviously he's still playing, and I hope he goes back to the big leagues, pitches the whole year, and has to worry about being a coach or whatever, in 5 years from now when he's 47. But no, I think that he's going to be very good at that one day when he decides to. Hope it's a couple more years.
For you, how much is it in your arm, and how much is it in your head between the ears?
As far as what, like
to get back? You have the physical tools, but is it a swagger, an extra belief?
I think more than anything, it's the simplicity of it. It's as simple as making my pitch when I need to make the pitch, and if I make the pitch and the guy gets a hit, the guy gets a hit. If I make the pitch and he gets out, and just dumbing everything down to as simple as could be. Like I grew up, and I always have been, so I think it's simple as that.
Gotcha. So the swagger, the confidence has never left.
I don't know that I'm somebody that's had swagger. I got a lot of belief in what I'm doing out there, but
internal swagger.
Yeah, maybe I guess you could say that. I'm not into the whole hoorah.
Right.
I just want to get the guy out and go back to the dugout and try to get him out the next time. So simple as that.
Guy missing behind the dish that you used to have down here with Trump and Church Bittersweet, getting his shot up there, but just how valuable was he down here working with the staff, and now it's a little twisted.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him up there. I think he put in a lot of hard work to get back to the big leagues. Obviously, he was up and down last year a little bit, but I think he's good. A good guy to bring up and help the team. So I'm really happy for him and look forward to watching him.
Cool. Good. Thanks,
Thank you.
Thanks, Bryce.
Appreciate it.